Rain pattered gently on the sidewalks of Chicago as 16-year-old Aria Winters adjusted her brother's worn hoodie, pulled it over her head, and stepped onto the corner of Madison and Clark. Her guitar case sat open in front of her, not for money, but for hope. Beside her, a cardboard sign read, "Singing to save my brother." She cleared her throat, strummed the first chords, and began to sing, a raw, soulful voice that caught strangers mid-step. The sound was pure, emotional, and untrained. Passers-by slowed down, some dropped coins, others filmed. But for Aria, none of it mattered unless it helped her 5-year-old brother, Jamie, who was fighting a rare heart condition. Their mother had passed a year ago, and their father? Gone long before that. Aria was everything Jamie had, and she was determined to keep him alive, even if it meant singing on cold streets day after day. She wasn't homeless, but they were close. They stayed in a tiny apartment with peeling paint and a landlord who knocked more often than she liked. Aria had dropped out of school to care for Jamie full-time. Between doctor appointments, hospital visits, and rationing groceries, she had little left, except her voice. She discovered that people listened when she sang. More importantly, they gave. A few dollars here and there added up to medicine, meals, and sometimes hope. Still, the medical bills piled up like bricks on her chest. That afternoon, as she sang an original song about her brother's laughter, something changed. A sleek black car slowed down at the light, and the tinted window rolled down halfway. Inside was Victor Malone, one of the biggest music producers in the country. Aria didn't notice him. She just kept singing. Victor had been driving back from a frustrating meeting with an artist who had all the money and none of the soul. Then he heard it, that voice. Pure, trembling, honest. He pulled over, turned off the engine, and just watched. The way she closed her eyes at the high notes, how her fingers clumsily but passionately moved over the strings. It wasn't polished, but it was real. When she finished the song, the small group of people nearby clapped. Aria gave a shy smile and nodded a quiet thank you. That's when Victor stepped out of his car and approached her. "What's your name?" he asked. Aria blinked, unsure if she should answer. "Aria," she said softly, brushing rain from her cheeks. "That was incredible," he said, pulling a card from his wallet. "I want you to come sing something for me in a studio. You don't have to say yes now. Just think about it." Aria took the card, half convinced it was a joke. But later that night, after tucking Jamie in, she Googled the name. Her jaw dropped. This man had launched careers, produced Grammy-winning albums. Her hands trembled. What if this was real? The next morning, she called. Victor answered immediately. "Took you long enough," he joked. He gave her an address and time. Aria didn't sleep that night. She spent it holding Jamie's tiny hand, whispering, "This might be it, little man. Maybe someone finally saw us." The next day, she walked into a recording studio for the first time in her life. The walls were lined with platinum records. Victor handed her a guitar. "Sing that song about your brother," he said. She did, eyes closed, heart open. When she finished, there was silence. Then Victor nodded slowly. "You're not just talented. You're necessary. People need to hear this." He offered her a deal. Not just a contract, but something better. A one-time recording session where all proceeds would go to Jamie's treatment. Aria's eyes welled with tears. "Why would you do that for me?" she whispered. Victor smiled. "Because once, someone did it for me." The first track was uploaded online the next week. It went viral within days. Millions of views, interviews, support from around the world. Aria's story, her voice, her love for her brother, it touched people in a way no marketing team ever could.